The key to finding the best items in Diablo 2 Resurrected is to lower your expectations. Some of you may know that one of my favorite magic finding builds is the hybrid Gold Find Magic Find Barb. It's so good to be able to go into any run with the expectation that you're going to get something and then practically always getting it. But additionally, with this approach, you can find some other really cool items along the way. In this video, I'm going to show you my Gold Find Barb's gear along with some of the highlights of items and things that we ran into literally while building this character and getting him to where we wanted to be. Let's dive in. So this is the gear for the current version of this, and this has sort of changed over time. As we've acquired better gear along the way, we've kind of swapped out to it, but we do have dual Eth Alibabas with Lem runes in them. We got our teleport Amy. We did find one with Gold Find, but it wasn't really significant, so I'd really prefer the resistances and strength that spawned on this one. We found a pretty cool Barb helm here with a huge boost to strength, extra Gold Find, and +2 Barb skills. Wealth armor, of course, chance guards for that huge boost to extra Gold Find. Dwarf stars, of course, because what other ring are we really going to use on this build? We have a rather temp belt right here. It could have better Gold Find on it, but it does have some decent life and resists. Our boots, sort of the same thing, temp, but it's got 30 faster run walk, a little bit to resistances, and a pretty good spawn on Gold Find. Got a nice barb torch. We have a Guide's Fortune with a near perfect roll on extra Gold Find, and then we just have some random extra Gold Find charms in our inventory here. The small charms are kind of a mix. This is the best charm right here. Ideally, we want both of these things, but we kind of settled for a split with what we have. Some of these charms have extra Gold Find, some of them have resistances, some of them have both, but we're sort of getting by with what we have so far. On the swap, we have Spell Steal, and we actually use this for the Decrepify charges. I might actually swap this out, though, to Gavel of Pain, because that Decrepify curse actually doesn't really last that long. If you can't find a teleport amulet, this is also a pretty solid swap out for that, as it comes with 20 level 1 teleport charges as well. The Merc's gear is really where it's at, and this is sort of what we landed on so far. We have Crown of Thieves with a damn nice roll with extra Gold Find, and we actually horked a Chamrune on one of our first runs, and my dumbass wasn't recording, but what we did was we just jammed it right in the helm here because I was sort of just sick of Emilio being frozen, and I said I will sacrifice 50 Gold Find on the Merc for him to just kill stuff quicker. We have Fortitude armor. This is a bit of a change from what I usually use on these builds, but again, the spirit of this was just to kill the council members quicker. I also did swap out the Eth Reaper's Toll that I had along the way for this. This is a 3 open socket Tomb Raver that we found off Neelathok. We jammed a Lem rune in here for a little bit of extra gold from monsters. It has some nice inherent magic find on it as well, but the other jewels that we threw in here were just enhanced damage jewels to sort of bump up the clear speed of the mercenary, because as you know, the Mercs do a lot of work on these runs. Once he's got his Might aura active, he actually does a pretty decent amount of damage, 5.6k. It's not the most I've ever seen on a Merc, but it's pretty effective, and his clear speed is rather good with this setup, so I'm really liking it. So let's dive into some of the action, and as you know, just as important as any items that you'll find along the way is all of the gold you'll pick up along the way. We use it for gambling. We did end up gambling on some 220 helms, a nice 220 Paladin circlet here, some other decent ones along the way. We did find a 320 Tiara as well, the Volcanic Tiara of the Magus, +3 to fire skills, 20% cast. These are really cool, whereas they're magic helms, they can potentially get 2 sockets from Larzuk from the quest. This one luckily did, so this is one of my favorite finds of D2R so far. Now, Gold Find runs are also pretty cool for finding crafting materials. Every once in a while along the way we craft things, and in this clip right here we crafted some pretty decent mana boots. They might end up on an Immortal Sork of mine, not quite sure yet, but they spawn with some nice faster run walk, 17 mana, a couple of different resistances, and a perfect roll on increase maximum mana and regenerate mana. Not a bad one at all. Then we find this unique serpent skin armor from one of the council members here. Now this was sort of a bittersweet find. We identify this and it is 100% perfect. 35 all res and 13 magic damage reduced. The unfortunate thing is we were on the receiving end of a rollback for this one and unfortunately lost it. And every once in a while we'll find some cool double drops for some clips, and this was one of those times. You see this large charm right here. It actually is a really nice melee large charm. It rolled with max damage, AR, and life. And then in this same exact run, there's this grand charm that rolled quite high, +12 the maximum damage, 58 attack rating. Not bad melee charms. And I usually wouldn't point a drop out like this, but we find these set heavy bracers here, which are Travincal gloves. The cool thing about these is that they rolled 74 defense, which is 100% perfect. I like pointing items out like this, even if the rolls for perfect are not really that important. In this same run, speaking of double drops, we get some nice 220 gloves for the Boazon with Replenish Life and Fire Res. Very nice. You find a lot of jewels in these runs as well, and sometimes you find some pretty cool rare ones. This one is pretty decent. A lot of enhanced damage, strength, and fire res. Not a bad jewel for a Barb or possibly a Zon. I also find this unique Eldritch Orb, and again, usually this isn't a drop I would point out, but the roll on it was pretty sweet if you're a lightning sorceress. 20% to lightning skill damage and a perfect +3 to sorceress skill levels. Pretty happy with that one. And then we were adjusting something on our streaming software before we approached the council, and this happened. Oh my god! Good old Emilio took out one of the Blood Lords and found us a Vex rune. You do end up finding a lot of good runes in these runs. For example, we found this one as well. What? What? Oh, shit! We'll add that to the collection and probably make a grief out of it. And then we get a nice rare ring from the council here as we're going through, leaping these guys and stunning them. We pick up this rare ring. They also drop a unique ring. Not bad. We always pick those up and identify them. The rare ring is actually pretty sick. So this is a nice low-level dueling ring with 10 cast, 8 strength, and a lot to resistances. Oh yeah, the unique ring was Stone of Jordan. Not bad at all. Pretty good double find right there. This was one of my favorite runs. I was pretty happy with our limited set of Gold Find runs that we did literally as we were building this character. We started out budget, and we're kind of getting to the place where we want to be, although we're not quite there yet. Either way, let me know what you think down in the comments. Come catch me on Facebook Gaming. I'll be streaming there quite a bit next week and going forward. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you in the next one.